Organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon, an element that forms strong chemical bonds to other carbon atoms as well as to many other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and the halogens. Because of its versatility in forming covalent bonds, more than 1,000,000 carbon compounds are known. Two of those million compounds are a class of organic compounds containing the group CHO, which yields acid when oxidized and alcohols when reduced, and the class of organic compounds characterized by a carbonyl group attached to two carbon atoms. Many aldehydes have pleasant odor, and in principle, they are derived from alcohols by dehydrogenation, from which process came the name aldehyde. Aldehyde: any of a class of organic compounds in which a carbon atom shares a double bond with an oxygen atom, a single bond with a hydrogen atom, and a single bond with another atom or group of atoms. The double bond between carbon and the oxygen is characterized of all aldehydes and is known as the carbonyl group. In formaldehyde, the simplest aldehyde, the carbonyl group is bonded to two hydrogen atoms. In all other aldehydes, the carbonyl group is bonded to one hydrogen atom and one carbon group. The method of naming aldehydes is based on the system used by the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry and is often referred to as systematic nomenclature. This method assumes the longest chain of carbon atoms that contains the carbonyl group as the parent alkane. The aldehyde is shown by changing the suffix "e" to "al". Now let's try naming some ourselves. First is to count the longest chain of carbon atom from the double bond O. In this case, with 3 carbon atoms, it is named as propane, but since it is an aldehyde, we will name it propanol. Now let's look at a harder case. In here, it has 5 carbon chains from the double bond O, so its name is pentane, but since it is an aldehyde, we will name it pentanol. Ketone. They are found in several sugars and in compounds for medical use. Only a small number of ketones are manufactured on a large scale in industry. They can be synthesized by a wide variety of methods, and because of their ease of preparation, relative stability, and high reactivity, they are nearly ideal chemical intermediates. Ketones: any of a class organic compounds characterized by the presence of a carbonyl group in which the carbon atom is covalently bonded to an oxygen atom. The remaining 2 bonds are to other carbon atoms or hydrocarbon radicals. The simplest ketone, whose Ipac name is propan-2-one, is always called by its common name, acetone, which is derived from the fact that it was first prepared by heating the calcium salt of acetic acid. In naming ketones, we would first count the longest carbon chain, then we will start the counting from where the double bond O is nearest. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since it is 5, it will be named pentane. But since the double bond O is connected to the second carbon, it will be named as 2-pentanone. Let's look at a harder case. Now let's count the longest carbon chain, which is in this case is 7. Then start the counting from where the double bond O is nearest. Since it is a 7 carbon chain, it is heptane. But since it is a ketone, we will name it 4-heptanone.